Man, I really shouldn't have had the sound off on those videos. Wizardry Lab music is great. Anyway, meet our first boss. It's a wall. It's not a wall!
Jesus Christ! So we have the Super Saiyan motherfucker over here.
Yep. And we're gonna be fighting it. Remember that one terrible boss from Aria of Sorrow? He's back, and super gimped. Meet Belore.
Oh, the fucking...
I do recognize him vaguely.
Yeah, I was remembering the Circle of the Moon version, where it's the wall, basically a wall.
The axe does wonders against him.
Yeah, because you would hit him multiple times in the hitbox. Also, that he's just punching that poor door like, let me out! Let me the fuck out!
Yeah. So...
I need to take a piss!
He's actually probably pretty likely to just wreck you the first time if you're trying to go aggro on him, because, like... His tells are slow, but his hitboxes are huge, so you actually gotta make sure you don't get aggressive and can actually dodge them. As you might expect, he deals buttloads of damage.
Yeah, but he's also one of those like, hey, actually pay attention to the patterns.
Yep.
About to fire again.
So he feels like he's actually the first boss, and he gets you used to taking bosses seriously. So guess what we get from him? We get to destroy the blocks.
Oh boy, touch mechanics.
On the touch screen.
Hey. Also, there's nothing on the left side. Boo.
It's so underwhelming, but it is at least fun. We get to destroy these.
Also,
we get to destroy these really fast.
You don't get his giant laser beam.
Yeah.
That would have been way more fun.
Yeah, I do have fun with the ice though. We could have gotten so much better from him, but at least what we did get is fun.
Yeah. The one thing it reminds me of pattern-wise is kind of like, I forget the exact name of the version of Sigma, but the intro stage Sigma from X5.
Oh,
it's just the giant head.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's kind of that same thing of like, I have a giant attack, but I'm also stupid easy to dodge because I'm an intro boss.
Yeah.
It's mostly the giant head and giant laser.
Also, there's the slime ball putting in work, like just destroying an enemy all on its own in one shot. Ooh, it's the creature. This is not the weapon you want to fight him with. You want to fight him with something with more range, like this.
Or anything that would probably
be
slashing. By the way, one
way. Stage left.
He's stepping towards us.
It's also weird to see Frankenstein's monster as a regular enemy and not a boss, because he's typically a boss in most Castlevanias.
Yeah, I'm not
here.
here.
Granted, I'm remembering Castlevania 1 with the freaking Invincible Flea, man. Fuck that fight. That fight is a pain in the ass.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but it sounds horrifying.
It's pretty much you fought the creature as a boss in Castlevania 1, but its sidekick was an invincible flea man that was just doing flea man things, jumping around like an asshole.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, I did.
It's also Castlevania 1.
Well, yeah, it is also Castlevania 1. I did get stuck on that fight for a bit, especially when I was trying to fight for the first game. I need to go back to that because I'm literally in the last area.
I don't know why it's funny to see the creature just kind of like, when you kill it, it's just like, oh, shit.
Game, hey, there are clothes here. You can't have them yet.
Yeah, the Wizardry Lab has altogether too many dead ends with clothes behind them.
It's kind of weird that they lock a lot of the armor behind things. You'd think they would lock more of the weapons behind stuff.
Oh. Oh, we're here again.
Oh boy. The one thing I'm actually trying to remember a little bit is, does this game have the gun?
Yes, it does. We'll get it eventually.
Because I know that was the late game weapon you can get in the first game, where you could just get a freaking Glock.
Well, we'll get to how good it is later on.
Yeah, because I remember the guns not being great. It's just weird to imagine a Castlevania game with a straight-up gun in it.
Kinda, yeah.
I was imagining if Belmont shows up right to Castlevania. I am the Lord of Darkness, Master of the... What do you have right there? A gun!
No!
Dead! Silver bullets, asshole!
Oh, is there a gun? I think... I know there's in at least one of Arya or Donosaro, there's a gun that specifically fires silver bullets. Also, this is the room that we needed the ice breaking power for.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna be riding that platform all the way across here, but guess what else we can do here?
God damn
Of
it.
course there's a wall here.
Fuck you.
Like, just in the middle of a long nothing room.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's also weird seeing these mashup of sprites, because this definitely feels like the Castlevania on a budget. Because we're seeing new sprites, we're seeing old sprites, we're seeing old sprites, and none of it's consistent.
Yeah, I never really noticed the first time, but it definitely is
Big
like
Mass?
that. Foie gras. Delicious.
Duck
Not really
liver
Duck
delicious.
liver
paste.
Yeah. Definitely sounds French?
Surprise!
Oh, right, it's pre-spawning it. Yep, it's like freaking Dracula X. Ugh. I think it's actually the Dracula X version of the sprites. They look depressed as hell.
So that was sketchy.
Very.
I also have the greatest enemy right now with me, a cat. Meow. I have no witch's soul.
Be careful, I could turn into a witch.
That's fine.
Oh yeah. Also, we can just hold the stylus in front of us and be fine.
I was gonna ask, do the blocks respawn when you're
Only if you leave the room.
Okay.
Like-
I was gonna say, is it respawn like as soon as you go off screen a la Mega Man, or is it more?
Nah. No, you can actually go ahead and just break, like, you can walk ahead of it, break all the blocks, and go back and ride the platform.
Garden of Madness.
So if this is a weed garden, actually that would be a.
So here's,
LSD.
so there's a guy that shows off why I like the punching weapon so much. He's resistant to stabbing, like, slashing doesn't work great, but the punch weapon is blunt, and he doesn't really move, so...
He's just kind of chilling there. Doing his own thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Watch it.
Yeah, just put myself right there.
Quiver, little bitch.
Skelerang, enhanced throwing ability.
Aw, you think he gave him boomerangs?
We don't really have a great means to show that off, but I think it's stuff like we get a better arc on some of our throwing weapons, like our axe will go farther or something.
That makes sense. It's just funny that the skeleton, as soon as you deck him in the face, is just like, oh god, that hurt! It's like, yeah, quick.
Oh no, you're not supposed to be up close. You don't even have to attack him for that. As long as you're close to him, he's like, nope, can't fight like this. Don't kill me, don't kill me.
Like, please don't hurt me. No. Sock him in the jaw.
This place... Hey!
Oh god!
Mandrakes.
Yep.
Mandragora.
We can just barely defeat them within, like, before they self-destruct, so let's not try and do that.
As I say, do you want to far from that soul or not?
It's a good soul. A lot, like, all of the like, I like a lot of the plant-based souls here.
I am Groot.
Does that
Groot is
include this
But-
big guy?
But, farming for the Mandrake soul, not really worth it. Like, also here's
Hey,
just a magic
magic
seal
seal.
lying around.
It's a not-so-quite hourglass shape.
Yep.
What are we playing? Phantom Hourglass?
I don't think we actually get it in this one, so what the Mandrake Soul does is basically you throw one, and it does that same enormous area of effect that we saw the enemy
That
do.
would be a good projectile, yeah.
Very.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing I've
It's-
always questioned with Soma's souls, though. Is it just him improving on the fly, or is it actually just always 100% the powers that he has? He has to do it that way.
What?
Like, say for example, the example of the Mandrake. Could he just yeet a Mandrake? Does he have to yeet the Mandrake all the time, or could he just like hold one up and like, fear me?
Oh, he probably could if he wanted to, but
He's also
like,
doing it with the Mandragora, so he's just like, nope.
the game, and also the game doesn't like the game can't handle that much freedom.
Yeah.
You gotta have some consistency.
It's why I kind of question it. It's like, could he do anything he wanted with the powers as long as it's within the power itself, or is he just like? And the Mandragora, I could easily believe he's still dealing with the noise, so he's just like, nope, out, fuck off.
Expensive.
Yep,
falchion.
don't need that going off right next to me.
Oh,
Hey,
the
a handgun. Yeah, it fires 9mm rounds. I think what it is like later in the game he gets like he sells you a better gun that fires silver bullets.
Yeah. Makes sense. I think there was like 2 or 3 versions,
I think it's still weak, but it's just Holy Element now.
which would make up for it.
A little bit. It's still not that great on power, but it's got range for it, I guess. Also, get ready for Hammer and Yoko's entire dynamic throughout the game.
Kind of a weak sauce thing for both of them, because Yoko, again, is supposed to be the badass mage. You have Hammer here, military man, and they're reduced to a background soap opera gag.
Luckily they have other things that they can talk about and often do. Yoko, in particular, like, if you report back to her throughout the game, she'll, like, tell you different stuff based on plot developments.
Help you, give you some extra context and details on plot stuff.
Like, yeah,
Like now.
I think there was a cut just there because she actually has a lot of stuff to go through first, and I wanted to hear about. And I wanted to hear about.
Yeah, she's because
the antagonists.
Stuff. Yeah.
If I don't do this, it'll be at the end of the game, and someone will walk in here and say, "What can you tell me about Dario?"
You literally just stabbed the shit out of him 5 minutes ago. Oh.
More like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dario commits arson for fun, and Dimitri is never seen, and just like mirrors are never seen. I don't know what's with that.
Symbolism!
Reflect on this.
What would his powers be? Spears.
Oh
yeah, we got that soul back, and I can fuse it away immediately, so let's do it, because that's the soul that sucks.
I was gonna say, was that one actually new? I didn't think it was.
No, I fused that away to get a better spear, I believe.
Protestant.
So it doesn't remember. Lovely.
Also, she's talking about the doppelganger.
Yeah.
Talking about the doppelganger B, which, hey.
This one also usually... Fun fact, that's actually coming up in the area we're about to explore right now, and on most playthroughs I get that conversation at the end of the game. Like, yeah.
Whoops.
So someone's just like, yeah, that would be helpful.
It's like, yeah, it's not like I murdered him a while ago.
Oh yeah. And I am actually, even though I don't use it much, I did want to like start leveling up the short swords, because those actually get really interesting in higher levels. They have like split paths on the upgrades and a whole lot of extra effects.
Granted, the short swords are usually typically the better weapons in the Metroidvanias because you can move, slash, and it's a good mobility and attacking option.
Yeah, like in some ways it feels like a straight downgrade from the spear for like being the same but with less range, but like it's sort of a light weapon, so if you attack in the air with it and land, like you won't get stuck still in the animation.
Yeah, it's good. You get a lot of good movement tools with it.
Yeah, so it's pretty
and
good.
That's the end of the part. I have it pulled up, so
there we go. Now we're good. Sorry.
Whoops! Everything is fine.
What'd you do?
Stepped on some soapboxes.
Oh.
Gonna give a speech.
I was gonna say, get down from there. We don't need one right now.